The 11th edition of Ultimate X took place at Sun City Resort in the northwest province of South Africa. Over 40 athletes took part in their BMX and skateboarding competitions. This was a great occasion for local South Africans, as well as international stars to show off their talents, as both BMX and skateboarding are now new Olympic sports for the first time in Tokyo 2020. Joining in the festivities were the Larochet brothers, Brent and Bruce, as they got to showcase the skill of trail riding to a very eager crowd.
F1 de Larish, and I'm Brent One Wheel Larish, and we do various parts of the show as well. He's good at certain stuff and I'm good at certain stuff. So
yeah, it's pretty much trials riding if that's what everybody's interested in. It's all about slow speed, riding over obstacles, trying to keep your feet up, but kind of in the show that we do is not a competition-wise, so we're trying to wow it up a little bit and try and put a little bit more energy and speed into it, so it's a little bit more entertaining. I think throughout growing up we've pretty much been best mates, and throughout our trials career we've been biggest competitors.
We'll all sort of congregate for a meeting, like a riders briefing in the morning, and they'll tell us where we're riding. And as you can see here, it's not a very big area, and what they would do is, like in a natural terrain, they would actually mark a certain area out. It'll take you about a minute and a half to complete this area, and it'll be graded as well, so there'll be hard, difficult places in there.
And that area is actually called a section.
It's called a section, and you'll be getting 10 to 12 of these a day, during the day, and about 4 loops. And they count how many marks you put down, and if you crash and that sort of stuff. And the person with the lowest amount of marks actually wins the trial.
We had the intensity from our dad, and then the competition side from this, and our dad actually brought us up quite well in the respect that we had to win our class before we moved up to the next category. We might not finish first and second overseas, but there's no one in between us. We're competing for that next spot between us, so it's fierce but fun at the same time.
There's various clubs around South Africa, so there's sort of Durban, there's a very small club in East London, obviously Joburg and Cape Town. Cape Town's got a very strong club, so I would maybe just for now go into like trials.co.za. That's probably the easiest. There's a lot of contact details there, and find out where the guys are riding. That's the main thing. A lot of guys buy the bike and they decide they're going to go riding, but they go riding it rather in enduro style than a trial style, and then they don't like it. It's not built for that. So you need to actually join up with other riders.
This is like a national sport overseas in Spain, England and Japan and stuff like that, but you know, it's very difficult because we don't have the numbers here, so we don't actually have the competition here that they have.
We actually attempted the Roof of Africa on a trials bike last year.
Yeah.
We took a 4-stroke version of the trials bike just to give us a little bit more of a longevity on it, not to push the motor a little bit. We made a seat in a long-range tank. I ran into a little bit of technical difficulties, but Bruce actually finished gold on a trials bike. I mean, it's been attempted bronze by quite a numerous people, never been finished in bronze, and yeah, Bruce actually finished gold last year. So.
You know, you do anything, there's a risk. Even walking up the stairs, you can kick your foot into the front of the step and fall over, but you know, it's something that we've done for I think 25 years now, so we're pretty comfortable with everything we've done here. You don't want to make something too tricky, but there's always crashes every now and again. But you know what the nice part about the sport is, it's all slow speed, so if you fall, you can actually jump off most of the time and land with your feet on the ground, and you use the bike as a crutch.
Hi everybody, my name is Kule Ngubane. I'm 25 years old, born and raised in Durban, and I'm a professional skateboarder. It's so crazy. I saw it on TV and I saw Tony Hawk skating. That was when I was 11 years old. And then when I was 12, randomly for the first time, my grandfather asked me, what do you want for your birthday? And I said a skateboard. And the ironic thing is, as I grew older, I actually met Tony, and he's one of the people that's actually helping me to further my skate career, especially back in the States. So that's how I started skateboarding, had my little Cinderella story. In a township, I was always just called the white black kid, so that was very hard, and even my own family doubted the journey. So when it comes to being in California, people are more open to creative people, because I was also, when you're going to grow up, you know, get a job, and I respect work ethic. It's just I'm doing a different form of it. These components that are here at the skate park, you would find them on the streets. Like there's a rail, you walk down, you guys use your hands for it, we see it as a goal, like, oh, we want to skate that. Or stairs, you walk up them, we jump off them. People didn't support my skating. I was always called the wannabe white kid. What are you doing? The weirdo. So now, like, everywhere I go, people want to stop me and just say, thank you for just being you. So it's really, I have so much gratitude to the kids. And as well, I want to be the best example for them. So I'm always like hosting little contests for them to come through. 2 years ago, I had done a contest to go to Nitro Circus, which is like the biggest extreme sport. The cool thing that I'm also a recording artist and make hip-hop music, so actually in the next 2 months I'm releasing my own music project, so that also just explains more of my journey in this world. You know, I've got Elements, DC, Monster Energy, Nixon Watches, you know, just to mention a few. It has a huge difference because, like I said, a kid from the township cannot afford like a passport. Like if I was skating, I would never have a passport, you know, and I've been around the world, and through that, just sponsors get to reward you when you put in that work. Coming weeks and months for me, it's going back to California to skate, because in 2020 the Olympics is in Japan and skateboarding is going to be in the Olympics. So I got to go train with the best athletes on the planet so that I can represent us when the time comes.
Hey guys, my name's Alex Dunalidi. I'm 18 years old and from Melbourne, Australia. I started riding BMX when I was about 12 years old. Before that, I've always been interested in bikes and always rode bikes ever since I was little. But really, once I started high school, picked up a bike, got one for Christmas, and head to the skate park every weekend, and then just fell in love with it from there and started progressing and haven't stopped, and it's 6 years later. So look, when I was in primary school, I actually remember writing down a goal saying that one day I want to travel the world riding my bike. And look where we are in South Africa, halfway across the world, and thank you to all my sponsors. I've been able to do that, and yeah, living the dream. What happened is, it's my first time riding a final in the same day as the semi-finals. It's really hot out here, you know, a little bit of pressure, I was nice and tired, but you know, they're all just excuses. But at the end of the day, you know, as I said, you win some, you lose some. I didn't crash in finals, so I'm still happy about that. Our bikes are obviously got to be very strong, you know, for all the crashes and falls, and then, you know, they get bailed occasionally and all that sort of stuff, so they've got to be nice and strong, but yeah, they've got to be light as well. So have different, you know, different materials, have some titanium, have aluminium, some different stuff. They've got to be light so you can flick them around, but then they've still got to be sturdy. There's lots of different, like, sizes and variations of, like, you know, different angles and dimensions and stuff that can make a big difference. But at the end of the day, it's sort of just what you're used to, and yeah. You just get used to it, and that's what you ride. So actually on Monday I'm flying out to the States for my first BMX trip over there. So I'm going to San Francisco to stay with Bryce for a week, and then with Monster actually we're doing a trip down the west coast of California and ending in Mexico. So that's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. I actually work full time as well, so lots of early mornings in the gym before work, and then riding after work, and then also try and go to the gym either after that or some nights as well. So it's a bit hectic, but I do it because I love it, and you know, every time I ride a contest like this, it reminds me of how fit you have to be, especially going back to back with qualifying and finals in the same day. But as I said, I love it, so that's why we do it. Ultimate X's been awesome. I'm so stoked to be out here in South Africa. I've had such a good weekend. It's probably one of the funnest contests that I've been to. I'm definitely going to be back next year. All the boys have been killing it. I'm pretty happy with how I rode. I ended up qualifying 7th.
My name is Bryce Tryon. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Lodi, California. It's pretty awesome that I'm in South Africa. Honestly, like, I never would have thought that my bike would have taken me here. So when I was younger, I used to play football around like 7 or 8 years old, you know, like little tots and stuff like that. And then I finally got my, like, you know, first actual legitimate bike. And when I was about maybe 6 or 7, I was ride outside here and there, and I started doing like wheelies outside with my friends. So my dad took me to the skate park when I was about, you know, 7 or 8, and I kind of just, you know, had fun with it, and you know, I thought it was awesome. And then eventually, like after maybe 2 or 3 times, I was like, I don't want to play football anymore. I want to ride BMX, and I want to become a professional rider, and I want to make this my, like my living, and I want to just have fun riding bikes. All the riders that I looked up to, like Pat Casey, Mike Varga, they're all on Monster, so it's an awesome, it's just amazing being a part of that family. Every time I'm riding on the courses, I'm like, man, I can't believe I'm actually riding with, Pat Casey, Ben Wallace, Mike Varga, all of them. Those are, like I said, guys that I've looked up to since I was little, and it's just like, I see things that they're throwing down, I'm like, hopefully this, what I'm about to do keeps up with them, and it's just, I don't know, it's just amazing. I qualified second, which was absolutely amazing for me because that's the highest I've ever qualified in a professional contest like this, at least a contest of this caliber. And I was pretty much like, where do I go from here? I'd love to go to the Olympics. That'd be a really big goal for me. I don't know if it's gonna happen in 2020, but 2024, that's the main, one. But if I can squeak into 2020, I'm stoked to be there for sure.
Coming to South Africa is just a treat in general, honestly, so that's the main reason I come here, and then the contest is just a plus, really, so I don't know, and then to take a win is like, I'm super psyched. I was just trying to stay smooth and land everything, honestly, so, and then at the end, I kind of just risked it a little bit, so, and it works. I don't know, I was pretty happy with it. I think my next event is the FIS Hiroshima, I'm pretty sure, so that's in April. And then a monster contest in Denver, and I don't know, it just keeps going after that. I just try to only look at one at a time.
This year at Ultimate X has been an unbelievable contest. The level of riding is up there with any contest in the world, and BMX riding is progressing so fast, and to see the guys at this level right here at Sun City was amazing. It was honestly, the level of riding was super high, and yeah, I'm so glad I wasn't judging because it was a really crazy contest. BMX freestyle is on the way up. It's just been added to the Olympics for the next Olympics, so there's a huge push. The progress is going super fast at the moment, and to see these guys coming out to South Africa and competing in front of the crowd right here is unreal. Building facilities will help BMX grow in South Africa. There's enough talent, there's enough inspiration. The guys are seeing good contests go on. They're seeing it online. They have access to all the media, so they're seeing what's going on. It's just about building more parks, getting more bikes, getting kids on more bikes, and that's what's going to really grow the sport in South Africa. And I think Pat Casey, for me, had the best run.
It has. We've just finished up the BMX Best Trick. The whole day was amazing. Weather was perfect. The boys slammed it. So yeah, year 11 was another huge success, and thank you Sun City, Monster Energy, and all my brands. Yeah, as you can hear, my voice has gone 10 days here, set up, a hard event. But yeah, it was super important to have internationals out here. The local guys feed off their level, and it's amazing to put the local guys with the international guys, and we saw what happened here today. It was insane. Again, yeah, we had the top 12 South African local guys here this year. The guys slammed it again and put down. Braxton Hayne from Durban took the win this year, which was amazing. Braxton's been in the scene so long, and it's great for him to take a title. We here at Sun City. Sun City is our venue for the next couple of years. There's no better resort or venue for action sports in Africa. This is a real African. The Bush is our actual stadium.